Setting up Google credentials in n8n takes less than 5 minutes. Once you have it configured, you can connect to any Google app, automate, and chat with your AI agent to take actions inside the Google ecosystem. Here I have a basic setup for this demo. We are going to start with Google Drive and get all of them connected. So let's click into the Google Drive block, which should pull up the input window. From here, under the Parameters tab, click on Select Credential and choose Create a New Credential. Here you'll see it already has OAuth 2 selected. This is just a secure way to link accounts and control what they can do. You can also see that we'll need to use a client ID and client secret. So for this, we can just click on Open Docs, which will take us to the n8n's integration documents, and we can just click on Google Cloud to take us to our cloud dashboard. If you are doing this for the first time, you may need to do a setup and link a credit card. But don't worry, you are not going to get charged, it's just to reduce fraud. As you can see here, I am inside my cloud account on my dashboard, and I am just going to go to this button at the top left corner which says Select a Project. It might say something different for you, but the button is going to be in that spot. Click it, and it will pull up a new tab, and we are going to create a new project. This will bring us to the New Project window, where we'll need to name the project. I am just going to call mine n8n demo, and we can just go ahead and create the project. Let's just wait a few seconds for it to finish. Now that we have the new project set up, let's go ahead and make sure we are in that project by quickly checking what the button at the top left corner says. For mine, it still says Select a Project, so I am just going to go in there and select the n8n demo to get inside it. Once you are inside your project, click on the navigation menu and go to APIs and Services. Go down to the OAuth consent screen and get into it. From here, click on Get Started, and you are going to need to provide an app name. For me, I am just going to call it n8n and select an email account and go ahead and click on Next. For audience, I am going to select External, as I am not a Google Workspace user, and click on Next. For contact information, I'm just going to give it the same email that I provided in the app information stage, and click Next. Finally, we are going to agree to Google's terms of service. Click on Continue and go ahead and click on Create. It's going to take a second to process, and as you can see, it's done. And we see a message saying OAuth configuration created. From here, we are just going to select Create OAuth Client on the top right corner. For application type, I'm going to select Web Application, and for name, I'm just going to call it n8n. And we are just going to click on the Add URI option under the Authorized Redirect URIs. Now we need to go back to our n8n instance, and you can just click on the OAuth redirect URL, which will copy it for us. Then go back to the Google Cloud Console, paste it in the URI, and go ahead and click on Create and give it a few moments to set it up. As you can see, this will pull up a window with our client ID and client secret. Also, as you can see here, Google is warning you that in the future, you will not be able to view or download your client secret once you close this window, so make sure you securely store a copy of your keys or download them as JSON. For me, I am not going to do it as this is just a demo, but from here, we are just going to copy the client ID, go back to n8n, paste it, go back to our cloud console, copy the client secret, go back to n8n and paste it. Now that we have both of our connection requirements in place, you'll see that n8n is prompting you to sign in with Google, but before we do that, we will go back to Google Cloud, close this window, go ahead and click on Audience. As you can see that we are currently testing this app, so we are going to go ahead and add ourselves as a test user. So just going to go ahead and click on Add Test Users, which will pull up this window, and add an email. This needs to be a Google account that you have access to for you to pull data. Now I am just going to click on Save, and that's all we need to do. We have our OAuth consent screen and credentials set up and have ourselves as a test user. So now we are going to go back to n8n and go ahead and click on Sign In with Google. This will pull up a window where you can choose an account to sign in with. You're going to want to choose the one you have added as a test user. Now you'll hit Continue. Click on Select All and click on Continue once again. Now you should be good to go as you'll see your account connected. That's all you have to do to set up your credential. But in n8n, you can see that there is no information coming back. This is because we have not enabled the Google Drive API. So we are going to go back into Cloud and search for Google Drive. Grab the Google Drive API, and then we just need to enable access to it. This will take a few seconds to go through, but as you can see, we have now been redirected. And we can see that we have the status as enabled. Going back to n8n, we can see if we have access. It might take a second to show up, or you might need to refresh it. But as you can see that n8n can now pull files from the Google Drive. This was the hardest part. Now we just need to do the same for Contacts and Gmail. But it's going to be much easier, so all we need to do is click on Google Contacts. Select Create a New Credential, click on Sign In with Google. This will pull up the window where you can choose an account to sign in with. You are going to want to choose the one you have added as a test user. You'll hit Continue and click on Select All once again, and click on Continue, and you will see that it has been connected. Once again, this will not work unless you enable the API in your Cloud Console, so we are going to go back to Google Console, search for Google Contacts, and grab the Google People API, and then we just need to enable access to this API. Again, this will take a few seconds to go through, but once you see that enabled status, the app will be able to pull your contacts. Now let's just go ahead and do the same with Gmail with the exact same steps. You just need to go ahead and select Create a new credential, sign in with Google, choose the email you have added as a test user. Hit Continue and click on Select All once again and click on Continue, and you will see that it has been connected. From here, go to your Google Console. Search for Gmail, grab the Gmail API and enable access to this API, and you'll be able to give your agents access to your Gmail. You can connect with any Google service using the same steps and build agents in n8n that do different tasks for you. So as you can see, it's super easy. You can connect a bunch of other things, so if you just come in here, you can search for Google and see all the different Google services that you can connect to. Leave a like if you found this helpful, comment on what you'd like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe if you made it till here. I'll catch you guys in the next one.